Welcome to another edition of the most consistent, prolific, and dedicated uploads in YouTube history. This is the Dynamic Show and Entertainment right here on YouTube.com. Make sure to like this video and subscribe with a significant backstage update as it concerns creative plans going into the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Now, coming off the report that Brock Lesnar won't be defending his championship at the pay-per-view, what is the WWE's backup plan? What is plan B? What is the option that the WWE is seeking? Well, according to the Wrestling Observer Radio, WWE has begun, and that's actually a plus. They've actually begun. They're talking about plans in advance, right? Plans before Hell in a Cell and not booking as Hell in a Cell's going on the air, right? Has begun discussing ideas for next month's Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, which, like I said, is a positive. And although nothing has been officially announced, WWE is currently planning 3 top matches, with 2 of them taking place inside the Hell in a Cell confine. The current plan is to have a Hell in a Cell start with John Cena versus Dean Ambrose in the opening match, with the winner of that match facing Seth Rollins inside the cell later in the night. The loser of the Cena versus Ambrose match would then face Randy Orton, also inside the cell, later in the pay-per-view. As was noted earlier today, WWE World Champion Brock Lesnar is not expected to appear at Hell in the Cell this year. Now, the bottom line here is this puts shine on Dean Ambrose. It makes him look like a top star, and he should be treated as a top star, while also, you know, still having John Cena and Randy Orton in the mix at the same time. Now, if I were going about this, I would actually have Dean Ambrose get the win over Randy Orton, because who wants to see John Cena versus Randy Orton again, much less inside the Hell in a Cell? The match, the marquee match that everybody wants to see, is going to be Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose. And if we don't get that match, I think you're going to leave a lot of people mad, sad, and a lot of people are going to be annoyed. Now, I don't know how the WWE is going to have Dean Ambrose defeat Dean Ambrose defeat John Cena. I don't know, maybe there'll be some kind of screw job ending. I don't know how you could have a screw job ending inside of a Hell in a Cell. Although, look what happened to Daniel Bryan last year when Shawn Michaels almost super kicked his head off and Randy Orton retained the WWE Championship. So anything can actually happen inside the Hell in a Cell. Just when you think all the men are confined, anything can happen. But I think this is good logic. I think this is a good strategy. I think this actually makes sense. Yes, I cannot believe that. I'm actually saying that the WWE is doing something that makes sense. Because, like I said, it still puts Randy Orton and John Cena in the fold, while also making Ambrose and Rollins look better for it in the end. So I think that this is probably one of the best ways the WWE could go about this. You would have to assume that they would throw a #1 contendership in this somewhere, where the last man standing would be the #1 contender for Survivor Series. Now, once again, I'm just speculating. I'm just throwing that in there. But looks like we're going to have a series of matches inside the cell. So it looks like we're going to have at least 2 Hell in a Cell matches, which, could be good. I mean, Ambrose versus Cena inside a Hell in a Cell. But let me just see here. WWE. Well, to have Hell in a Cell start, so I guess Ambrose and Cena won't be inside the cell, but I guarantee you Cena and Ambrose are going to put forth one hell of a match. We haven't really seen these two have a one-on-one match, and if we have, it was a long time ago. So to see these two start off Hell in a Cell with the winner faces Seth Rollins, who wants Seth Rollins more? Because ultimately, this is all about getting revenge. This is all about getting to Seth Rollins first. And I'm sure leading up to this, Cena and Ambrose are going to have it out for Rollins. Rollins, who almost ended Ambrose's career. Rollins, who screwed Cena out of the WWE Championship. And by Ambrose working with Cena, like I said, it's going to make Ambrose look a hell of a lot better for it. Your comments, your opinions. Some people were saying that, oh, it's a bad idea to put Ambrose with Cena. Oh, this ain't going to do anything for Ambrose. But I actually think that Ambrose, this is logical booking. I know that WWE doesn't think logic sometimes, but logical booking says Ambrose is going to win this match, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be an uphill challenge. And I don't think John Cena's going to have no problem having Ambrose get the win in this one and face Seth Rollins later on in the night. And then we can see one more match between Orton and Cena. Subscribe.